The only show that I actually performed in the 1970s was my second show, which was 1974's Fit Next. It was an interesting contrast with my previous experience working in props in the 1973 show, because a lot of the cast in that show were fairly cliquey. You didn't really get invited to many of the after rehearsal coffee parties unless you were with the in crowd, and as a member of the props team I was definitely one of the grunts. So in the 1974 show, however, many of the people who decided to take part were in my English undergraduate class. We were all in third year by that time, and I happened to have a particularly sociable and egalitarian class, so we were having no truck with any attempts to create cliques that year. So it was a very positive experience, the 1974 show. The show itself was largely written by one of my Aberdeen Grammar School contemporaries, Bob Irvin. And Bob was, and still is probably, a very fine comic performer and a very fine comic scriptwriter. But he was slightly incensed, I might say, to find that when he looked at the list of the people who were in all the various parts of the show, which was a review, he discovered that I was in one more item than he was, because not only was I an actor and a singer, but I also had decided I would try my hand at dancing, so I joined in the dance troupe and took part in 2 dance numbers in the 1974 show. Bob was incensed because he discovered, as I say, that he was in one less thing than I was, and he said, "But I wrote the show." However, we managed to get over that, and that was also the year that I first started trying to write musical numbers for the show. But I didn't have any success that year, I suspect because Will Michael, who was the musical director for that year's show, was determined that he would only have his own music in the show. So I had to just bide my time and wait for later shows before I got a chance to show what I could do musically.